Alex here with an events video on Amethyst Payne versus the Department of Training and Rehabilitation, hereafter DETR, a class action lawsuit seeking to force Nevada's government agency that handles unemployment to pay monies to workers consistent with the federal C.A.R.E.S Act, specifically those covered under the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance provisions. Interest in this case stems from as many as 70,000 idled, self-employed contract and gig workers who've applied for $600 per week in coronavirus relief benefits once issues began to arise with the government's phone and online systems. The plaintiffs assert that DETR is imposing preconditions on those eligible for PUA benefits inconsistent with federal mandate, causing unnecessary delays and leaving thousands of Nevada citizens to survive by begging others for help. They urge the intervention of the court enforcing DETR to provide, within 3 business days, a mechanism for plaintiffs to apply for their unemployment benefits. DETR opposes, citing its voluntary agreement with the United States Department of Labor and underlining the terms of DETR's contract with the federal government that require it to follow the provisions for fraud and overpayments. DETR argues that a failure to do so could result in the termination of the agreement and the benefits stemming from it. DETR also confronts a number of allegedly inaccurate statements regarding the number of claims filed and paid, citing inconsistencies between the numbers briefed and numbers mentioned at press conferences. DETR cautions that in order to pay now and review later could lead to $8.5 million in improper payments each week, $2.4 million of which would be to fraudulent applicants. We submitted a media request and District Judge Barry Breslau granted that request, but limiting coverage to recording only. A hearing on an order to show cause scheduled July 7th, 2020 at 9 a.m. The plaintiffs are represented by Mark Thierman, Leah Jones, and Josh Buck. The state of Nevada is represented by Robert Whitney. A courthouse official did state that a link allowing live coverage of the proceedings would be available on the court's website. You can keep up to date on our coverage schedule at ournevadajudges.com, and as with our previous videos, feel free to post any questions down in the comments below, or you can send us an email at admin@ournevadajudges.com.
As you know, the Supreme Court has
Okay, why don't you give me the statute? I'm not putting up with any of the crap here today.
The court will take this matter under submission.
This is the time set for your hearing on custody.
Don't unpack. That's not what today's hearing's for.
The likely result of that is you will be remanded into custody.
Okay, and are you opposing that?